Happy, did you get your mother a nice gift for Mother's Day? All right, all right. I got a little, I got a little uh, kind of a photo album from my 5-year-old. She's been drawing pictures of herself all year long, and the teachers saved those and then made that for Mother's Day, so you could see how it changed. Her drawing skills have changed and stuff. It's really cute. It was a really good idea. And I did not. It's okay. I always buy that kind of stuff for myself anyway. Okay, so um, we're not going to translate the sine function yet. We're just going to do that 3 and that 2 that we did earlier. And so, again, just like last chapter, they're not going to get complicated until we start doing the translations.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Tomorrow?
Yes, we're going to have a homework quiz. Make sure you do the first, like at least the 16 through 32. You better have something done because I'll ask sort of an early one. I'm only going to ask one. Okay. So A sine bx. So theta. Or x. So A, the absolute value of A is going to be defined as the amplitude. And B is the number of cycles between 0 and 2 pi, or 0 and 360 if you did your graphs by 360s, which is fine to do. Okay, so that B is kind of a little hard concept here to think about. We'll do it for a few days. I find it easier to think of it this way. If I want to find the period of my function, it is 2 pi divided by b. So that's going to help me more than number of cycles between 0 and 2 pi. I feel that helps me to do a little more. So that's the rule I like. It means the same thing. So if b is 1, the period is 2 pi. If b is 2, the period, some of you that got to it we saw the period was 2 pi divided by 2 was pi. Okay. So we'll do some sketches without XY tables, using what we already know about what sine looks like in general. So we're going to sketch one cycle of sine with an amplitude of 2 and a period of sine and a period of 4 pi. Now what you need to have in your head is what sine in general looks like. So you can look at the very top one over there. Sine makes it through all the way through one cycle in 2 pi. Well, this one's going to have a period of 4 pi. So I don't want to just go out to 2 pi. I want to go out to 4 pi. Halfway through the cycle, I put a mark. And what's halfway between 0 and 4 pi? 2 pi. Now, sine starts at the origin, 0, 0. And then notice it goes up to its maximum point. And its maximum point, if the amplitude is 2, the maximum point is going to be 2. So directly in between 0 and 2 pi, that's at 1 pi, I get up to 2. Then at the halfway point, I'm back on the horizontal axis. And then, yeah. No, it's the total divided by 2. So this total distance is going to be 4, and I divide that by 2 and get 2. All right, so right directly between 2 pi and 4 pi, my sine function goes down to its minimum point, and that will be at negative 2. And when I've completed one full cycle, I'm back on the horizontal axis. So here we go. This one has an amplitude of 2 and a period of 4 pi. All right, now I'll give you an equation. We're going to sketch y equals 3 times the sine of 2 pi. 2 theta, sorry. 3 times the sine of 2 theta. Okay. I find my amplitude, and that is the absolute value of 3, so my amplitude is 3. And then I'm going to use not this number of cycles between 0 and 2 pi. I'm going to use this b number in the formula that period is equal to 2 pi divided by b. B is 2, so my period is 2 pi divided by 2. My period is pi. Okay. Period is the horizontal length of one full cycle. So it starts at the horizontal, it goes up, it goes back down the horizontal, it goes down to its minimum, back up to the horizontal. That's one full cycle of sine. Oh, I take this b number, and I take 2 pi divided by that number to tell me how big the period is.
Okay, yeah, but still the period seems like it should be 4 pi, but it's the length of the wave.
This 2 in here tells me how many cycles there are between 0 and 2 pi. There's going to be 2.
Even when there's not on the graph.
I don't have the graph for this one yet.
Oh, that's not on the
Yeah.
graph.
Yeah, sorry. Now I understand. All right, I got an amplitude of 3. So we'll be going between 3 and negative 3. My period is pi. So let me mark pi over here on my graph. Let me go halfway. And that's pi over 2. And sine starts at the origin. A quarter of a way through the graph, it goes to its maximum. Then it hits down to the horizontal axis again. And then that's at halfway through the graph, halfway through the period. And then another quarter of the way through, it hits its minimum, and then goes back to the horizontal axis. Yep. Oh, yeah, sorry. There we go. All right, if I wanted to go all the way out to 2 pi, let me go another period of pi. Pi plus pi is going to be 2 pi. Halfway in between 1 pi and 2 pi is 1.5 pi's. I start at the horizontal axis. Quarter of the way through my cycle, I go up to my maximum. Back down to the horizontal axis at the halfway point. At the 3/4 way through my period, I am at my minimum. And then all the way through my period at the end, I am back on the horizontal axis. 2 full cycles between 0 and 2 pi is what that 2 told me.